Good afternoon, Reggie and Power back at you. And boy, look at Intel stock soar. Up it goes. Here we are. Intel stock soars 10%. Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that Apple has agreed to work with chipmaker to build its processors. We talked earlier about this, how TSMC, they're fully allocated out, but the demand is still there. So Intel builds chips. Google announced that Intel will start building chips for them. NVIDIA announced future plans. And now Apple said, hey, Intel, can you build some of our chips? So here we go. That's what we're going to talk about. Trump's statement followed reports that Wall Street Journal that two companies had reached a preliminary agreement under which Intel will manufacture chips for the iPhone maker. Hey, come on, chat. I'm trying to tell y'all. The government owns 10% of Intel, I think. I'm not a financial advisor. You can fact check me, but you know, when the government owns part of you, people listen. Just saying, y'all. I regret selling Intel. Right here. The news comes after the information reported that Intel will build 3 million TPS, which is tensor processor units for Google, and that NVIDIA exploring use of Intel to fabricate its own processors. Thumbs up. So that's what we're going to talk about. Key points: stock reaction, the reported Apple Intel deal, strategic context, Intel broader turnaround, and market forces driving demand, and why it matters. So here we go. I'm not going to take up too much more of y'all time. Here we are, like we talked about. Intel stock jumps 10% after President Trump posted on that Apple will be starting making chips for Intel will be making chips for Apple. Apple shares saw a smaller bump of 0.5%. Intel is now up 250% year to date. And 500% over the past 12 months. It's okay, guys. The reported Apple Intel deal. Trump post aligns with Wall Street Journal reports claim Apple and Intel reached a preliminary agreement for Intel to manufacture chips for Apple. Intel declined to comment. Why'd you decline to comment? Nothing to say. Analysts believe that Intel work will likely involve low volume, low priority parts with potential to expand if Intel performs well. Hey, we're going to throw a little. We're not going to give you all of it. You get what they're saying. Just got to do a test run. Strategic context. Apple previously abandoned Intel chips and Macs in favor of its own silicon, which is true. Apple makes their own chips, their TPUs. They used to use Intel chips. The deal will mark a partial re-engagement on Apple terms. I love this, man. Here we go. Here we go. We're almost done. We're almost done. Intel is aggressively rebuilding its foundry business under CEO Lip Boon Tun. Okay, sorry about butchering his name or her name. I don't know. Recent wins includes manufacturing 3 million TPUs for Google. I'm sorry, I said TPUs for Apple. Yeah, Google is the one who has the TPUs. NVIDIA exploring Intel as a fabrication partner. Intel's new 18AP node entering Intel's production. I gotta figure, what is this? Comment down below if y'all know anything about this. We could just ask chat. Market forces driving demand. TMCS is at, I told y'all, allocated out, man. TMCS is at capacity to push the companies to seek alternative fabs. AI boom is increasing demand for both GPUs and CPUs, especially with agentic coming. We ain't seen the robots yet, y'all. Where's the robots? I would say we're at the top of the third inning, y'all. Why this matters. This is one of the clearest signs yet that Intel Foundry comeback is gaining real talk, y'all. Intel came out of the basement. It's like, hey, we're back. Sorry, guys. Sorry, you caught us slipping, man. But we're back. Because I remember when I'm 50 years old, so I've seen the transition. And I remember at the beginning of the .com bubble, Intel was the powerhouse, y'all. If that bad boy said Intel, you bought it. You know. If Apple truly brings even a silver of chip production back to Intel, it signals confidence that opens the door to larger and higher margin work later. See, that's how it works. You know, you gotta give them, hey, here's a little taste of what we want y'all to do. If you do well, we're gonna give you more. Congratulations to Intel, y'all. Really quick, 1 second. Okay, this 18AP seems like a booster. Performance. It is a refinement of the base 18A node designed to push performance, efficiency, and density beyond what 18A already delivers. It is part of Intel's roadmap to reclaim processor leadership in the late 2020s. And its thermal efficiency is amazing. Thermal upgrade, 20 to 40% lower thermal resistant, whatever. 10 to 30% lower via resistance. All right, y'all, that's the end of the video. We talked about Intel and their push and what Trump announced that Apple is looking at Intel to make chips for them. Congratulations to Intel, y'all. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share this video if y'all choose to. Y'all be blessed. Bet your empire out. I'll y'all.